He left the TV on again? He really drives me mad. Damn it, Andy, get up!
What? What the hell are you doing?
You can't even turn off the TV?
Huh? What pissed you off so much?
Well, where to start? Andy, we're unemployed. They took away my card, and the cards of the others from our team too. They say the construction has been halted.
What? Have you gone mad? Why would the construction halt? And even if it did, why wouldn't they give us the other damn work? We're two of the better ones.
I don't know. Nobody knows anything, only those bastards from Andorra. Androids don't want to let me into the industrial district, let alone the government district. It's no go. We can only wait. But I'm not feeling very patient.
What do you mean? What do you want to do?
I'll go and find them. They're my only hope. This establishment has taken too much from me. Those fat cat bastards took my family, the most valuable thing I ever had. And now Andorra wants to take my life? I'm not going to give it up so easily.
Is this a joke? You've gone crazy, haven't you? What are you gonna do? What's all this bullshit?
The resistance. They're our only hope. They'll be able to do something to find out what happened. Find out why they just struck us off.
Yeah, you've gone crazy. Look, the answer's simple. We don't exist for them. We're nothing. They don't have to confess anything. And the resistance? What would you offer them? A single, suicidal man? And also, how do you plan to find them? Are you gonna go and ask an android for the way to the nearest resistance center? Oh, why not? But my idea of perfect suicide is a lot different.
Tom, he might know. Besides, at least I'll be doing something.
Look, maybe I haven't been fired, right? Maybe you're the only one with no work. They could have something for me, and that would mean I don't have to turn up with my toes.
Can you hear yourself? Do you see what they're doing to us? They're setting us against ourselves. We can't let that happen. And moreover, the construction was going great. We worked till we dropped. All was done as soon as possible, and they were ready to pay us extra. And now they halt it?
And even if I was fired, maybe I would be able to talk around the androids. There haven't been any problems with me, ever. I've never made any trouble like you. They'll let me out of here, maybe with an escort. I'll beg them. I've always been good at it.
Damn, Andy, listen. You can't do that. It just isn't possible. They sacked the whole construction team. And if you try to go past the androids, you'll get killed.
That's still a better idea than yours.
Andy, sometimes I think you're completely insane. Andorra advertisement. I don't believe this. Sometimes I don't get Andy. Completely full waste bin. Maybe I could empty it. Ugh! No way! Remote for our great TV. A vintage car of Andy's dreams. He used to tell me about it so much. I don't think a car like that could function anymore. Andy wouldn't appreciate it if I did something with the photo. Andy's mess. I'm not going to dig through it. It's just junk, and it's not mine. Our old TV. Sometimes it even works. It can only be turned on by remote. My favorite and only bed. Old pliers. Interestingly, quite worn out. My old knife. I don't even know where I got it. It doesn't work. The batteries in it leaked out and made a terrible mess. When Andy put new batteries inside, they got stuck in there. I don't know how they got into our flat, but I'm sure no one has ever used them. This knife has never failed me. Hopefully it never will. The batteries are stuck tight. I hope I can get them out. It wasn't easy, but the batteries are out. I might as well throw the remote away, though. Battery from the remote control of our television. This used to be a hit. Times just change. I'm not going to take a ride in that. Garbage and mess. Since the cleaning robot stopped working. Garbage and mess. Since the cleaning robot stopped working, it's been horrific. I don't think I can find anything useful in here. Ernesto Bar, one of the few places that's still open in the slums. Tom never told me how he managed to keep it. Hi, Tom.
You don't have to say anything. Rumors spread fast.
I'm a dead man. And who told you anyway?
You know, I have my sources. But that's none of your business. Why did you make such a fuss about it all? It's gonna get you into trouble.
And what would you do? Would you just give them your card? You taught me otherwise, remember?
Yeah, that's true. But I also told you that a turtle always hides inside its shell when things heat up. And maybe that's what you should do, boy. Instead of arguing and fighting.
What would you do in my position?
Well, I sure as hell wouldn't go nuts like you. There's a solution for every situation. Some are better, some worse. If you give me a while, maybe I'll think something up.
And what?
Come on, don't I tell you all the time not to stick your nose where it doesn't belong?
Andy went out somewhere. He wants to try to fool the androids or something.
I've always known he's crazy as a loon. If he's not dead already, he will be soon. At the very least, he'll get imprisoned. Why, at least he's not gonna bother you and spoil your life anymore.
Come on, Tom.
You're right.
Can't something be...
Can't. I would do anything for you. Your parents wouldn't forgive me for doing otherwise. Your father helped me many times, and you're like a son to me. But that little shit doesn't deserve anything other than this mess. Just don't try to help him. You're not in a position to negotiate. And if you try something, you'll end up worse than him.
I know you know the resistance activists.
Son, your parents left you in my care. But they didn't say a word about me sending you to your death. And you won't hear a word from me about that until your dad rises from his grave and tells me I should tell you.
My father surely wouldn't want me to...
Your father wouldn't want many things. And do you know which one the most? For you to die, boy. He really wouldn't want your death. And I'm not helping you get killed.
If you stood above an abyss, people with knives were running after you and wanted to torture you, would you wait for them?
I know where you're heading, but...
Answer me, please.
I would jump.
You see?
Yes, I'm a dead man. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna pull you down with me.
Tom is my only family, although we're not really related. He raised me after the death of my parents. Local regular seems to always be here. Tom? What about your business? Isn't it going well?
Did Andy tell you to ask these silly questions? You know for yourself how great I do. How many people in the slums can afford to buy a drink? I'll answer myself. 1. And there are about 300 people living in the neighborhood. That's not much, is it?
So why did you set up the bar then?
How many times have I told you already? It was in different times. The business was going well then. But then the state enforced new reforms for cities and citizens. Proclaimed reform politics. And the business went to hell.
I saw a young lady leaving this place some time ago. Did you have a great time?
When?
Several days ago. She's quite tall, well-developed, young.
Shut up! You know nothing. You've never seen her, got it?
Yeah, sure.
That's better.
My parents surely didn't imagine this whole situation, and these times.
Your parents didn't imagine a lot of things. And this was one of them. And most of all, they didn't expect you were going to be raised by a fellow like me.
You've been a good teacher to me.
Your mother would think otherwise.
I'm leaving. I can't just stand here.
Well, don't get yourself into something you can't handle.
Is that you again?
Excuse me? Well, maybe you're right. I almost got the wrong address on my card.
Where do you get all the money you drink away?
I help the state. You know, all those little services, do this, do that.
But I thought you opposed the establishment.
Yeah, that's true, but not with the state. It has only brought us welfare and peace. I oppose Endura and Theolax. They're the evil that's destroying us. Those androids of theirs and all their other technology, the state just tries to calm it down, to correct everything. Even I joined the fight against them.
Listen, you two, what are you whispering about over there?
Nothing, old friend. The youngster's trying to squeeze some wisdom out of me.
Ha! The right one indeed. He'll get nothing but beer.
Why don't you go home sometimes?
Home? Please, remind me. What exactly does that mean?
What do you mean? Well, to your family. I mean, you do have one, don't you? I saw you browsing some photos of your daughter and wife once, and you've spoken about them with Tom many times.
Son, I had a family. That's right. I had a family until an android from Theolax showed up. He came to our home. They said he had to check something. I was in work then. My wife got frightened and leapt to the phone. She wanted to call me. The android went to and threw her against the wall. My daughter jumped on him. She wanted to help her mother. He killed them both. According to the report, it was a mistake. That damn tin box reputedly evaluated the phone as some paralyzer or something. Well, Theolax simply swept it under the carpet. Now I'm gonna stand up to them one day and have my revenge.
But the android belonged to the state, so...
Yes, to the state, but it wasn't the state's fault. It was the fault of the android. He said it to me.
Who?
It doesn't matter. Let's just say it was one of the investigators, and he was damn good.
But
what? Goddamn, Theolax and Endura will pay for killing my family, and the state's gonna help me with it.
Richard, there's no point. He'll speak that way forever. Just let him be.